And then adapt.
And then adapt.
This is gonna put the credit file on there. Then I'll have to look at the price.
So I don't work.
Got some more jazz. My body just had to detox. Try. You got it?
I'm just gonna move that to that.
The circles grow. Yes, she does.
She is. Hi. Hello. Morning.
Which is the phone? You like presentations? So the ones, the audio ones. Not the
It's flowing. The elements. Okay, so we'll just keep yeah, you never know.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, here and afar. Yesterday, we landed. Today, we have arisen. Planning where we're going. This is good work that we're doing. Last night we had a fire. And we burned the things that we want to leave in the past. The things that are going to fuel our future. And today, we will plant our intentions along with our tree of peace. That is good work. Starting a little late, it kind of goes with what really is going on. Starting a little late, but here we are. What I'd like to do first is allow each of us to have a few moments to speak about getting here, introduce yourself, and let's see if this thing works.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Anthony Jacobi. I'm part of the May Student Foundation, and well, we've been working pretty hard to get this thing going, and we're very happy to see you guys all here. We'll be meeting each other later this 2 days, coming 2 days, today and tomorrow, and well, it's pretty more a chance to talk and find out what we're doing. So I'm going to pass the mic and introduce.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Miriam. I'm a web designer, and I'm very glad to be here with all of you. And it's already inspiring me.
Good morning, I'm Robert. I'm an Earth name, so happy to be so. I'm very happy that you all join us today. I'm working for the Maestrom Foundation also as a coordinator, and with Jan and Chen and all the other team members, Brett, on the United Earth team. And we worked hard to get to this point, and very excited. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, I'm Lisa, and I'm very glad and thankful to be here, to be with all of you, and to be able to put together our intentions and to think together, to pray together, and to just do some good work together. I'm part of a wonderful women's talking circle that arose out of Chief Phil Lane's class with the Shift Network last year, and I'm very thankful that I did take this course because it led me here and brought me together with like-minded people, and I'm very much looking forward to work with all of you. Thank you.
Morning, I'm Raj. Happy to be here, and I work for an organisation called Share the World's Resources. I'll be giving a presentation tomorrow, so I can explain more about the work that we do. Obviously, our focus is on the principle of sharing. I've actually, in the spirit of sharing, brought down a number of our reports, hopefully enough for almost everybody to have a copy. So I will maybe give them out tomorrow. But if anyone's not going to be around tomorrow, please let me know, and I'll be happy to give them a copy of them today. And I'm looking forward to the discussions today around mobilising movement of movements, which I think is a real massive challenge for humanity. So it'll be interesting. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Annette from London, and I also came to this group through Chief Phil Lane's Indigenous Wisdom course, which I was very blessed to be on. And a thought came to me early this morning by an English mystic, Julian of Norwich, and the words that she wrote were, "And all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well." And good morning, everybody.
Good morning, my name's Chris, and I feel very grateful to be here, and thank you for inviting me. Thank you for getting me here, and thank you to the unseen and the seen forces in their totality for creating this moment, because I feel like it's like the unification of the unifiers, which occurs before everyone unifies, and then we're really tapping into like a very powerful force, which is the mass resonance, mass co-creation force, which will transform the planet. So I'm excited like that, and I want to just help out however I can. My focus is harmonizing and integrating advanced technology with spiritual values, specifically mind-like technology that's inspired by the mind and the nature, bio-inspired technology, so biomimetics, cybernetics. That's me. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nicholas, and I'm from Planet Earth. As was already said. This morning at breakfast at the table, we were talking about the concept of earning a living, and I'm really grateful to be here with like-minded people that believe that people should have the right to have access to what they need to live, and it shouldn't be something that they fight for. That's kind of what I'm working on, combining the concept of a starting point of a resource-based economy with eco-villages, starting from the basics and moving towards a brighter future. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Adam, and 3 months ago I started my second nomadic journey that somehow unexpectedly led me here with like-minded good people like you. So it's been a pretty good, interesting journey so far.
Sorry, I speak French. Je suis Jean-Pierre.
So I'm Jean-Pierre.
Je suis fondateur, cofondateur du Mouvement pour le Paralysme International.
I founded the International Paralysm Movement.
Puis je suis heureux d'être parmi vous. Je disais tout à l'heure que l'humanité a besoin d'être récompensée aujourd'hui pendant de longs siècles. Elle a monté cette équipée, cette aventure, pour arriver à un moment donné où elle peut recevoir sa récompense, c'est-à-dire du temps libre, du bonheur sur la Terre. Et je suis heureux de voir qu'il y a du monde qui se rassemble dans ce but.
I am happy to be with you, and it's now the time to have such situation with such happy and mindful person, and it's now time for the earth to gather all the energy we are creating now. Well, I'm Michael. I'm working with Jean-Pierre, and I am a member from Paralysm for many years. And my special focus is about using all our intelligence to cure people. I'm working in a PhD right now, nowadays, in immunology and cancerology and computing.
Je vais parler en français. Je m'appelle Marilyn. My name is Marilyn. I am citizen of the planet, and I come from Paris. Je viens de Paris. Je suis citoyenne de la planète. Je suis présidente du Mouvement pour le Paralysme en France. I am the president of Paralysm movement in France. And I am here because I want to know the person who want to give their mind to save the planet, to give the planet more peace. And I think you are perhaps these persons, I'm sure. I would like that human can be happy and be free and is equal on all the planet, and I think we can succeed in this goal today.
Hello everybody, my name is Brett. I'm from New Jersey and I'm part of a small community called NewMap and Meta, M-E-T-T-A. And I work with Chris and our friend Sherry, who will be Skyping in later, and my beloved wife who is over in the UK right now, so I realize this is her seat here. She asked me to stand in for her. So I'll just repeat what I shared yesterday, which is thank you to Robert, and Shannon, and Jan for all the energy and effort they put into coordinating this and keeping it moving. And they also to recognize that we already live in a gift culture because they helped me get here, and other people get here, and provided us some food and a place to sleep. And then the gift culture also represents the gifts we all have inside. It's not just about, for me anyway, the definition of gift culture doesn't just mean we give things unconditionally, that's part of it. It's all the gifts that we share. And obviously, it's just amazing to look around and be aware of all the gifts that are going to show up and be shared. So thank you, especially to you three for doing that. And thank you to everyone for being here and sharing your light. It's very exciting. Thank you.
Hello everybody. I'm really happy to be here. Movement of Movements is a huge idea. It's a friend for that. I am Jean-Philippe. I'm living in France. I'm the founder of the Massica project, which proposes to be synchronize all human beings in the world to not use money, and for an organization without leaders. Thank you.
Wow. Good morning. With all your ideas. My name is Marianne. Thanks a lot for being here. Invited just last afternoon. I can only be here for this morning for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Very thankful to meet you. And I see all these nice people, but all these ambitions and all these big ideas about the world. And I hope with my energy and who I am, I can just help you out when it's necessary. And with all the energy we collect here, we have here, and we can hopefully inspire all the other people in the world, but especially one of them, because that's where I live, and where I feel that the planet is a little bit in fire, a little bit, but there are also, maybe said in a good way, good work is being done here, and will be done. That's all.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Vera. I'm here with Marianne, one of my best friends. I'm very happy to be here. I'm living in Rotterdam, but I'm also from planet Earth, of course. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm very curious. I'm living and working in this city. I'm working for the nature of Rotterdam. I'm working for the We Society we are building in the city, and from the intention to keep the peace in this city instead of all the wars in the world. So it's hard to do, but Rotterdam is more a peaceful city. But so we're working on it to keep it like that.
Well, good morning. I'm Karen Lindemann. I represent Four Worlds Europe, which is an affiliate of the Four Worlds International Institute, my dear brother Phil. It's meant to be a bridge between all the good work that has been done over the Americas and all around the world. And we like to connect with allies here in Europe. I'm a mother of 5, and I also would like to bring in the circle the people who cannot be here, and I believe there are a few people also in live streaming. They join us, right, in the circle. And I'm not sure if we're live right now, but I'd like to know in advance. So we're not live now. Okay, but it will be recorded. And it's one of the principles that I think is very important when you have a circle, that you know who is in the circle, and that you agree upon that you are a circle together. So make it explicit. Well, I'm really happy to be here and to receive my dear friend Marianne. Come a long way. Well, I pass on the stick to my dear brother.
Yaki, my very respected relatives, and I extend a very warm and basic handshake and hug each one of you. It's just a nice honor to see you. Nice to see you. I don't wear headdress all the time. I wore it this morning because I understand there's going to be a ceremony to plant a tree, and I want to respect to that action we're taking. But I'm here because I really believe that everywhere in the world, communities everywhere, there's groups of human beings who really want to see something different than we have now. They want to be able to see the end of this conflict that just seems to deepen at every dimension. Conflict not only between human beings, based on ethnicity, based on religion, based on race, based on sexual orientation, based on all kinds of different things. We see the human side of the family really struggling with itself. Now, from where I'm coming from, so you know how I see it, I believe in the prior unity and oneness of the human family. I think that genetics has proven this beyond a doubt. I think anthropology has proven this beyond a doubt. I think that all the different studies that have been made about us as human beings show that we're about 99.9% the same. And that tiny bit of a genetic structure that is different really are superficial things. I think that that is only the full recognition of this, the full recognition of that there's one human family, the herd of one is the herd of all, that prejudice of all forms, anything that causes to feel superior to another human being, is all essentially part of this lack of our awareness yet of the spiritual relative of oneness of the human family. And because I say, I think once you really feel that, then you do really realize that the herd of one is the herd of all. You realize how important justice is in terms of balancing extremes of wealth and poverty. You recognize that we're going to never achieve world peace as long as half of the world's population is oppressed, so that the full equality of men and women, that spirituality needs to be recognized, realized, and we need to become aware of that. This is a source of over 50% of the world's population is oppressed. There's no way we can come to world peace. And I think one of the greatest polluters, in fact, the greatest polluter on the planet right now, that is destroying more of the environment by use of fossil fuels and other kinds of things, is war itself. I think we need to outlaw war. And I know a lot of people are wanting to do that for a real long time, but it does play a major role in what they're discussing there at COP21 in terms of where we're going to meet these goals. That this kind of behavior certainly causes it. I think that I think this area, we really need to explore this between us in terms of spirituality. I don't like any more because the word religio, or the word that's the root word of religion, has been used in so many ways that when somebody says, well, I don't believe in religion, and I find out, I say, well, tell me what your religion is about, and I'll probably not believe it either. Religion simply comes from Latin root that means to religio, it means to bind together, to bring together in unity. And what I'm seeing today, in the name of religion, I just don't have religion. Because it's not leading to binding together, it's not leading to being kind to each other. And I think that the science and religion must go hand in hand, high science and spirituality. I think science without values, without spirituality, becomes a Frankenstein. And I see the use of science today very much being utilized without values. And it just causes us a lot of problems. I think that a lot of corporations make the decision not on what good their goods will they do, but how much money they'll make. On the other hand, I can see people that have no use, no reason. And those people that use no reason do very fanatical things. You know, without any values of forgiveness, kindness, compassion, and so forth and so on. They go way out, and they get caught up in displaying irrational thinking. It doesn't make any sense at all. So that's a wing of two wings that have to be balanced. And finally, there will be more to discuss, but you know, I really see this movement of movements that Blackout talks about when he talks about this sacred loop of many loops. He talks about this movement of movements. But I think we're going to have a really focus. We have to focus on a movement of movements, which each part. That's fine. Thank you. I'm sorry, I have a little sore throat from yesterday too. The challenge to me, I've worked on this, creating a movement for some time, is that thank you, is that many human beings and human groups want to retain their own identity. You know, they've developed something they feel special. They have the same vision as we all do. You know, to see world peace, to see all these I've talked to. But they're in their own silos. They're competing for funding. They don't want to be underneath somebody else. They want to be their own unique, special, beautiful NGO with their own beautiful vision and so forth. So I guess that's where I believe that any kind of discussion of how you create a movement of movements begins with what are the most fundamental characteristics of the universe that we can agree to. What are those foundations that we can agree to no matter what organization we're part of? You might say our theory of change or our theory of growth, how we relate to each other, human beings. This is what's needed, I believe, as a starting point of a movement of movements. Unless we can come to that we agree in common values, common guiding principles, then it's very difficult to create a movement of peace if you don't have a common foundation to follow that. That doesn't mean now that I think, this is my perspective, again, some people have a 10 times better perspective, a better vision than me. But when I sit in this circle and I see all these beautiful people here, you know, I see that hierarchies is not the way things work. I heard somebody else talk about they'd like to see this leaderless. I don't know from whether or not there is yet ways to hold non-political elections that don't play into the political kinds of stuff that goes on now that causes controversy and adversarial behavior. But I think there is. So I think there has to be some type of leadership, but a whole different leadership. A leadership not of individuals, but as many. Because the more participation, the more development that you receive. The less participation, the less you'll receive. So those are some things I just wanted to share. I'm not sure when this tree planting is going to be.
So,
but when that comes, I'll take my head off. Take my head off. Take my head off so this guy's so back in the back. Yeah, I'll take my head off. But thank you very much for sharing. It was very nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Don't worry, but I didn't try to use, so I'm just going to use the talking stick. Thank you. Thank you for sharing these words, Uncle Phil. And welcome to this circle. I'm glad to have you here. Welcome everyone who arrived today. Thank you for joining us. Nice to see the circle growing already. Yeah. And I'm really touched by the way you can go straight to the heart of the matter. The essence of really what we're here to do. Find that common ground, find that universal invitation to common sense, really. So this has been my work. My name is Jan Golding. This has been my work for 5 years, very devoted. Every day, the last 2 years, really full time, exploring the possibilities of global unity and conscious collaboration to create this world that many of us know is possible, and many of us know how it is possible. And I see our unity from all these diverse movements, so beautifully diverse and expressive and creative in their own right, to really come together to send a message to the world at large who have no idea about other possibilities, about these new paradigms and solutions and innovations and alternative economic and political models that we already have. So this is my call for unity, to send this message to the world at large. And I've been so honored and privileged to be sitting among you all today, coming together for this purpose.
I am Sharon MacArthur. I'm from Kamloops, British Columbia. I spent some time on the west coast of Canada in a big city and went through some trying times and found that the community there was not very supportive of anyone. And I have come to be inspired with a desire and a way to support everybody in cities, within their communities, in indoor organic community gardens, where people can share and learn and build a new culture together. And that's my passion. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Our next, and I'm sorry.
A new friend arrived, and maybe this is the time to make the circle into a yin yang. So we go this way. Towards Jerome.
Jerome, yes.
Perfect yin yang. Here you go.
Well done.
Good morning.
Good morning. You would like me to introduce myself?
Yes.
Okay, good morning. My name is Jeroen van Belen. You can call me Jerome. water like the mouth. Okay. Is there anything you would like to know about me? Oh, okay. I'm a mathematician, so I use mathematical intuition to understand what we can do and what I can contribute to this world. And I try to work together with the Luna guys on a way to get our newly rolled out global nerve system to work for us as a global community.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I'm glad you could join us today. Excellent. So our next thing to do is go and plant a tree. So we're going to grab our coats and go outside and take the good intentions that you wrote down, I hope, last night. Or I do have a little bit of tobacco, so you can breathe your intentions into the tobacco and drop it into the hole before we put the tree in, and we shall seed the future. Okay?
Ja.